So we sold our house in Colorado and we bought a flip in Ohio. Woo! So the lighting's not gonna be great in this video until we get into the house and get our floor lamps. There's no real overhead lighting in this. So this is the living room on what we are considering the main floor of the split level. This wall we are thinking is gonna be coming out. Here is the dining area. So we have some, what I assume is original flooring. We make our way into the kitchen, and here we have a pretty small kitchen. Probably going to be rearranging the kitchen a little bit. Haven't fully decided exactly what we're gonna be doing, but I'm thinking we'll slide the stove over just a little bit here and then maybe move the fridge over to this wall. One thing about this house that is going to be a little unique and a little bit of a challenge is now that we have a 1-year-old who's pretty mobile. This, although I wasn't originally concerned about it, if she was to turn her shoulder sideways, she could actually fit through here. So again, let me know in the comments, would you close off this wall altogether? I like the openness. I know some people don't like how open that is, don't like this open wall, would just wall it off. Would you close this off? It would give us a little bit more cabinet space along this wall maybe. The other idea that we were playing around with, do we potentially, when we knock this wall down, do we keep this a living room, or do we make this into the dining room here? Do we make this into the dining room over here and make this one large kitchen? Either way, I think we're gonna be doing an island here because the kitchen just is not really all that big and we'll need some more cabinet space. So as you walk upstairs, we find ourselves in the first of 2 bathrooms. So this is a nice blue bathroom, a tub and shower. We're likely, I'm sure I'll just keep the tub and redo the tile in the shower. I got a little bit of storage here on this side. And we make our way into the first of 3 bedrooms. The whole house has baseboard heaters. That is one thing that I would definitely be contracting out is HVAC. I think if you just mess that up, you're gonna have potentially imbalanced airflow throughout the house. You're gonna have maybe cold and hot spots. So just something that I'm not super comfortable doing, and I think that it'll be worth our investment. And we'll probably be doing that pretty early because I will likely need to be taking some drywall down to do that. So that'll be happening pretty early. That's something that I am putting a lot of thought and effort into, is thinking about the sequence of when things need to get done. With previous houses, when I've been remodeling, I've approached it in a way that I think could be improved upon. I've always heard that work your way out of the house if you can at all possible. So I have bedrooms upstairs, I have a bathroom upstairs, and in the past I've really just kind of like felt like I was being hard on the new carpet or the new flooring on the main floor as I'm bringing materials in and out of the house. At the end of the hallway we have 2 bedrooms, and then this will likely be the nursery. And then we make our way down to the lower level. We are going to be calling this the den. So nice sliding door. Well, that's a lie. This isn't nice. This is actually a really crappy door. So may or may not be replacing this, but it looks out to our backyard. It's about 3/4 of an acre. There is no fence. Our neighbor has a little bit of a fence over here, but something that we'll just have to be mindful of with our dog Rambo. And making our way through the den, we have another bathroom down here. So just a standing shower, no tub here. And my favorite part, my office, and the wood paneling just chef's kiss. There are some pretty nice, actually. I think the built-in shelving is pretty nice. With this, I've got to think a little bit about this. I actually think it might be worth trying to keep the shelving in here. I will probably find a way to make this solid in the back, and I will likely drywall. I will take the wood paneling off. And continuing on with the tour, we get out into the unfinished garage. So here is a dark and gloomy, uninsulated, non-drywalled, 1.5, I guess you'd consider this a 2-car garage. It's a little bit bigger than our Colorado house. So yeah, this will likely be one of the first project. What the heck is that? Oh, just insulation. Okay, so this will probably be one of the first projects that I do. This is gonna be my primary workspace while I'm in the house. This will be the space that I use as home base throughout all the projects on running my saws, and we are going into the wintertime in Ohio. Not gonna be super warm, so just having a space that I can be comfortable in and not have to I feel like the quality of work potentially would be sacrificed a little bit if I was just rushing to get things done because the space was uncomfortable out here. So there's not a whole lot that I think that I need to do down here. I probably will put a fresh coat of paint on the walls, maybe the dry lock, waterproofing paint just to tighten things up, but it seems pretty dry down here. Really, I'm not too worried about moisture. This is gonna end up being my wife and my workout space and a little bit of storage, but not gonna be doing a whole lot here with the basement space. So let's talk a little bit of facts about the house. It was built in 1975. It is just under 1,700 square feet. It is 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and has a unfinished basement and a 2-car garage. What are our goals with this house? This is really just a house to get us back into the area. This is a hometown that we grew up in, but I haven't been here in 16, 17 years. So we want to make sure that we are making the best informed decision when we go to purchase or build our long-term homes. This was really just to get us back into the area. We thought it was a good investment property to fix up and ultimately sell. Although we would like to get into rental properties, the amount of money that we would have in this house after it was fixed up, even before it was fixed up, the area just doesn't rent for enough. And there's some targets around, you may hear the 1% rule or the 2% rule. And if we were just strictly using that, I don't think that it would be a good investment on our cash on cash returns. So our goal, we've set a budget, and we are going to really try and stick to that. This will be the first time that we actually try to stick to a budget for the purpose of selling the home to make profit. And I've really struggled with the financials and how much do I share on this platform. We have moved back into our hometown. We have a lot of friends and family in this area. And as much as I want to share the financial side of this, because I think it's really interesting to hear how much did you pay, how much did you put into it, and how much did you make on your money, it could make things just a little uncomfortable come time to sell. So I'm not gonna share everything. Yeah, I could show you, I could tell you exactly how much I put into materials, but how much you value your time and your sweat equity and the inconvenience factor to your family of living into a house that is under construction is pretty personal to you. And that is just the gray area when we go to sell that I just want to keep as fair as possible to everyone. But I do expect that along the way, if I find something that I was not expecting to cost a certain amount, I probably will share bits and pieces around the financials. So stick around. I am planning on making this an in-progress series. It will not really be all the start to finish projects. I am not a professional by any means. I'm just a guy on the internet who has watched other people on the internet learn how to do a lot of these things. And it's not all going to be correct, and I hope that you please do tell me. I appreciate when people tell me and share information on how I could have done things better, unless you're just kind of being a jerk anyway. But either way, I think that that's really helpful for people to point things out and add suggestions, add feedback. Again, my point is not to be the expert and tell you exactly how to do these things. I'll show you how I think I know how to do them, but hopefully you just get maybe some entertainment value out of this. Maybe you'll get some nuggets, maybe you'll see some tools, tricks, whatever. So hopefully you'll hit the subscribe button, get notified when I put videos out, and you can get a little something out of this. And if nothing else, kind of just laugh at some of the mistakes that I make along the way. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too, and see you next time.